Becky, you're live
Yes, thank you.
in the Mr. GTV channel. Thanks for volunteering. We've just had a little pre-chat, haven't we? And I really enjoyed it. Now, we've never met before, so you're from Rudlin in North Wales, yeah?
I am.
And as I say, we've had a little chat, but I want to get straight into what we've agreed to do with your permission. And you tell me that you are actually not new to meditation and spiritual practices, and you've done retreats and shamanic work. And you've also told me, which is really interesting, that you're not particularly visual.
No, I tend to feel more than I see when I'm meditating.
That's interesting. That's quite a common situation. And I would say that me too. Funnily enough, since my spine injury, where I was put on morphine, while I was on morphine, I was away with the fairies. I literally was, and I was seeing all sorts of things on morphine. And one of the blessings of that injury was that's never left me.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I broke through that gate of disbelief of visions. And, you know, becoming visionary is quite a powerful skill. And I think with practice and practice and practice, anybody can achieve it. But it's not an easy thing to do. Quite often when you close your eyes, a lot of people think I'm making it up. And I say to people, just go with making it up. Start with the feeling and see where it goes. Do you get colours behind your eyes? Do you see colours or anything like that?
Sometimes, not often.
Yeah. The other question that I always ask people before I put them into trance is, when you're seeing something, if you do see something, or when you feel something, are you sort of feeling it out there, or are you feeling it in your body? In other words, are you feeling it as if you're in the first person, or is it happening on a screen?
No, it is first person. So say the situation in front of me was that you were walking along a beach.
Yes.
So I don't tend to see the whole beach. If I look down at my feet, I could see my feet in the sand, but I can't see past that. And I can feel the sand and I can feel the water come onto my feet, but I can't see. Maybe sometimes I am trying to see it like it's a screen rather than it is my eyes looking at myself.
Mm-hmm. Would you think that you're do you sleep deeply at night?
Yeah.
A deep sleeper?
Yeah, but I don't often remember dreams. I have actually got a piece of labradorite in my pillow to try and help me recall my dreams. Sometimes it works.
Stone. Love that stone. It's got a blue flash in it and everything, hasn't it? I love that stone. People either don't go too deep enough or they go too deep. Quite a lot of my clients say, I nodded off then. And I go, you went very deep, but you didn't. It's called a somnambulistic state. They don't recall anything. But interestingly enough, they always wake up at the end and follow the commands. So they are listening. And you're never unconscious. I hate the word unconscious. It's a subconscious. It's like a submarine. It's under the level of consciousness. But you're never unconscious. You're always aware. You know, if you fell asleep, have you got your cat there or your dog there?
He's a little bit big to be a cat.
That's an absolute beauty. That's an absolute beauty. Yeah.
He always knows when he shouldn't be in with me, don't you?
I get the same problem. Yeah, you know, you've got this sort of like what they call the hypnagogic range, which is an alpha state. And surprisingly, it's almost like an eyes open state, like when you're driving the car and you're driving down the road and you realize that you've gone round a roundabout or through some traffic lights, but you've got no recall of it. You've done it automatically. And that's all you need, is that level of trance. He's just appreciating his food.
He loves Reiki, so he might be even feeling your vibes through the screen.
Animals absolutely do love it. When you also told me that you had an experience which is really interesting, and I hope you don't mind me bringing it back to you, because I think we just had a 10-minute chat, and you said that when you were hypnotized, and we won't mention any particular hypnotist, that you felt that you were trapped in a bubble.
Yeah, it was like I was pushing at the outside of it, but couldn't break out. I didn't know why I wanted to break out, but just that I could feel a resistance.
Yeah.
And as I pushed, I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Well, people have all sorts of self-created imaginations, visualizations, experiences in the hypnotic state. But hypnosis, there's 3 principles. It's called the Iic Principle. It's intelligence, and you definitely got that because of the nature of the work that you do and your personality. It's imagination, and you've got that, and it's concentration, and it's actually taking your mind down a specific pathway. It's creating a potential virtual reality on the cinema screen of your mind, and if you focus on where I'm guiding you, you won't go off track, you won't go into your own imaginations. But sometimes people do. Sometimes I might suggest that somebody goes to a beach and they really enjoy the experience, and then they say, I decided to stay on the mountainside or something like that. And that's great, because I'm not trying to challenge anybody, I'm trying to facilitate. And basically we're getting into a relaxed state, and if you can think of something better than I'm suggesting, then go there. There's no conflict. There's no conflict. And if ever anybody wanted to come out of hypnosis, then basically you just open your eyes. I don't control anybody. I'm just allowing you to experience your own mind. If you try and do it for yourself, you can, but because you're doing it to yourself, you're still engaging your left logical brain, and that hinders the depth of trance. So when you let go and surrender to the suggestions, you get to a deeper level and you have a more pleasant experience, and you can have more miracles, really, because you can create miracles with hypnosis. I have this process that's called cure hypnosis, which is C-U-R-E, cure, and it's C for create, your, which is you, your, and the E at the end for cure is experience. And you can create any experience, and the beauty of it is that you use the trance state for the learning, then you apply it in your everyday life. So there's always like an induction, which takes you to the correct level. There's always a story, a metaphorical set of suggestions, visualizations and commands. And then there's always an anchor. And the anchor means that you've got a button that you can press in your mind or touch a part of your body and get the feeling back when you're in waking state, in your job, with your family, stroking your dog, with your husband, whatever you're doing. It's great to have hypnosis and everybody loves it. You come out of it feeling amazing. But why you're doing it, you've got to have a motivation. You've got to have a reason, otherwise the mind won't want to go through that discipline. So what would you like? Would you like relaxation? Would you like energy, power? Would you like confidence? Would you, or all of that? I mean,
yeah, all of the above.
I don't think you're lacking in it, but we always need a top up, because the world is tough. The world comes at you, and we want the world to come from us, you know. And the more apps you've got that you're running, mental apps I call them, or emotional apps, or physical apps, or spiritual apps, the more tools you've got, the better you can become what I call a spiritual warrior, or a dynamic person, or an NLP. And NLP people think is like neuro-linguistic programming, but it's a no-limit person. It's a no-limit person. You want to become a no-limit person, and you can install apps, and they're like programs that are in your hard drive, and when you need them, they're there. But if you don't install them, you can't access them. So I've got a good idea for you, actually, just from our pre-talk. I think you'll absolutely love it. Do you want to lose your dog, or do you want to keep your dog there? I'm happy, whatever is best for you. I'd really like you to be not distracted, but it's completely up to you. And it's no problem with recording. You can go and lose your dog, or you can settle your dog down, whatever's best
I'll
for you.
go and put some food on his bed and see whether he'll stay with that.
Okay, cool.
Come on, mate.
I'll talk to the audience while you're gone. So this is Jackie Burnham. She's a member of my Mr. GTV Facebook channel, and also the YouTube channel, which is actually launching tomorrow on the 11th. We're filming this on the 10th. I'm asking for volunteers. Jackie, never met before, just had a little chat to explain how it would work and to make sure her tech was okay, that we could have this conversation. And we're doing this on Skype, and she's going to enjoy this empowerment session for free. And she's doing this because she understands the value of it, because she's done meditative work before, she's done light work before, and all sorts of stuff. And this will add to her experience, and as a volunteer, it allows you to experience being nosy and watching what goes on. Fantastic.
Right, if he comes in, he comes in.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, I remember I went to Rydal School. They've got a private nursing home within Rydal School. I was talking to some of the senior sisters in the nursing staff, and we were just about to go into trance, and one of the ladies said, she says, just give it a minute. She said, the school bell's going to ring at 1 o'clock for dinner. I said, well, I'll tell you what, let's do it anyway. And when the school bell rings, let that be a signal for you to go deeper into trance. And you can. I mean, you know, your husband snoring or the baby crying, or well, maybe not the baby crying, because you would have to alert to that, but you know, your husband snoring or the dog barking or next door's arguing or whatever doesn't have to wake you up and annoy you. You can relax to that if you tell yourself that you're going to. You're making contracts with yourself all the time, how you behave and respond. And if you set these contracts up in the right state and install them correctly, you can become a different person instantly, which is really powerful. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you in a minute to take 3 specific breaths. These are called signal breaths, and what they do is they signal to your mind that you're the boss, that you're taking over. So your mind doesn't do its own thing. Basically, your mind is having 600,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are negative, and most of them are asking yourself, am I safe? And then you're responding to that sort of thing. Has your dog come back?
Yeah. You're a bugger. No, go. He'll give up in a minute.
Okay, that's fine. I'm happy if you're happy.
Yeah, he'll give up in a minute.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to put some music on. Do you want to take your glasses off?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do, Jackie, is I'm going to ask you to choose a spot on the ceiling overhead. Just choose a spot on the ceiling overhead. And I want you to stare at it without moving a muscle. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath. When you breathe in with your eyes open. When you breathe out with your eyes closed. So just take that first deep breath, fill up your lungs with air. Hold the breath, keep staring at that spot on the ceiling that you've chosen. Hold the breath, and when you want to let the tension go, close your eyes, breathe out, and think the word relax. Just notice how you feel now. Your eyes are closed. You're relaxing because you've told yourself to do. And you're starting to feel good. Now we're going to repeat that process. In a moment, I'm going to have you open your eyes. We're going to do exactly the same again. So open your eyes, concentrate on that spot on the ceiling, Jackie. Take a good lungful of air, breathe in, fill up your lungs with air as if you're expanding a balloon in your chest. Feel the tension in the balloon as you fill it up, expand it between your armpits. Hold the breath, hold the tension. Feel the quality of the tension. And when you're ready, you know what to do. You close your eyes, you breathe out, and you think the word relax. And this time, as you think the word relax, I want you to imagine on the cinema screen of your mind that you're looking at a blackboard, and written in white chalk on that blackboard is the word relax. R-E-L-A-X, relax. Now, this is the only time that I'm going to ask you a question and need a reply. Are you able to see the word relax in your mind's eye, white chalk on a blackboard?
I can see it being written.
Fantastic. Okay, well done. Now you've took 2 breaths and you've given yourself 2 commands. We've used the relax word twice. And when you put a command into your subconscious mind has got no choice but to bring it into your reality. Your subconscious mind is your genie. Anything that you ask it to do, it'll bring into your reality. So we're going to ask it one more time to create relaxation for you. Open your eyes, concentrate on that spot on the ceiling, fill up your lungs with air. You're holding the breath, the tension's increasing, and when you want to let the tension go, you close your eyes, you breathe out, and you think the word relax. And now that your eyes are closed, I'd like you to keep them closed until I tell you to open them. And you're doing really well. You're already noticing that you're going inside. 3 deep breaths. Your mind's slowing down, your breath slowed down, and your body is relaxing deeper and deeper down in easy relaxation. Just let yourself go. Allow that sofa to comfortably absorb evenly your weight. No tension in your arms, no tension in your legs, no tension in your body. Your stomach's relaxed, your chest is relaxed. All your facial muscles are relaxed. Your eyes are closed. All the tiny muscles around your eyes are relaxed to the point where they just don't work. Those tiny muscles around your eyes are relaxed to the point where they just don't work. Your eye muscles just don't work because they're so relaxed. And if you want, you can test that they just don't work. You can try to open your eyes and your eyes will just stay locked shut because your eyes are so relaxed that they just don't work. Now stop trying and just relax deeper down. Deeper down. And I want you now, in your mind's eye, to create and pretend that you're going to walk down some steps. And in your case, you'll definitely get the feeling. But imagine, if you can, that you stood 10 steps up, looking down at 10 steps that lead into the most beautiful garden that you've ever seen. It might even be a garden that you've been to in the past, Bodmin Garden, or somewhere abroad, or you can create it using your fantastic imagination. But in a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And with every number that I say, every number that you hear, you're going to take 1 step down in your mind, pretending that you're walking down, but you will feel yourself drifting, sinking deeper and deeper down with every step that you take, every number that I say. Start walking down now, Jackie. 10, going down. 9, down. 8, 7. That's right, keep walking down. Feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper down into a beautiful state of relaxation. 6, deeper now. Deeper and deeper relaxed. 5, that's great. 4, 3, all the way down. Just let yourself go. 2, doing really well. And 1. And from now until the end of the session, you'll allow yourself to relax more and more for your own good. So that everything that I say that's going to happen will happen for your own good. You'll see what I say. You'll experience everything as I describe it, as I talk directly to your subconscious mind, where lasting changes can be made. Step off that bottom step now and find yourself on a gravel path walking towards a garden gate. On a beautiful warm summer's day, all is safe. You feel warm, safe and secure. This is a good day for you. This is a day where your life changes from this moment. Using your mind in new ways, learning new things. Learning is fun. Enjoy this. Notice your feet crunching on the gravel. As you walk towards the garden gate, put your hand on the gate, open the gate and go inside, Jackie. Go inside. And then I want you to turn round and close the gate, close the door on the path behind you. The past doesn't equal the future. Your confident, positive, happy, powerful, healthy future. Explore your garden, look down at the green grass, look up at the blue sky, maybe see the birds in the sky, hear them cry, notice the colours, turn up the colour, turn up the volume, make it larger than life, a wonderful multi-sensory experience in your imagination, and you're doing great. Feel the sun on your body. And I want you to find a safe place to sit down. Maybe on the grass, put a blanket on the ground. You decide, you choose, you're in control. And when you're in that safe place, sat down, lying down, I want you to become aware, even with your eyes closed, that in this special magical garden that you've created, that there's a white mist, a magical healing white mist, a positive white mist. It's a white mist that's rising naturally from the surface of the grass that's wet with the morning dew. And as the sun beats down on it, energizes it, it rises from the grass and it starts to move towards you, safely, to surround you, to cocoon you, to protect you. Feeling really good now. Aware of everything. Totally aware. But enjoying the experience. And I want you to put your attention on your in-breath, Jackie. Each and every time you breathe in, I want you to breathe in this positively charged oxygen, this white mist, this healing energy through every pore in your skin. Each and every time you breathe in more and more of this positively charged oxygen, this white mist energy. And the more you breathe it in, the more you want to breathe it in because it feels really good. It empowers you, it boosts you, it cleanses you, it heals you, it energizes you. Be aware of the white mist coming in and out of your nostrils. You're breathing like a sponge through every pore in your skin. Be aware of the white mist entering through the skin, cleansing the skin, and going deep down to energize, boost, and heal every tissue, every cell, every organ, every molecule. You're breathing like a sponge through every pore in your skin, and you're breathing positive in. You're breathing positive in through every pore in your skin, and you're feeling terrific. Energized, powerful, boosted, healed, cleansed. Better than you felt in days, weeks, months gone by, possibly. Now put your attention on your out breath, Jackie. Chased away by the positive, cleansing, healing, boosting, energizing in breath. Each and every time you breathe out negativity. Every time you breathe out worry and fear. Every time you breathe out stress and tension. All the worries, all the fears, all the stresses, all the tensions of days, weeks and months gone by are just breathed out. There's no room for fear. No room for darkness. You're a glowing being of white light. And you're breathing like a sponge through every pore in your skin. And you're breathing positive in and negative out. Positive in, negative out. You're breathing positive in and you're breathing negative out. and you're feeling simply marvellous. Positive in and negative out. And the more you breathe like a sponge, the more positive and powerful you feel, the more energized you feel, the more healed and cleansed you feel. From today, whenever you feel negative, powerless, challenged, worried, fearful, tense in any way, you simply close your eyes, you take a deep breath, and you think the words easy control. Easy control. From today, whenever you feel down, anxious, tense, negative, worried, worn out, when you want to energize yourself, boost yourself, when you want to increase your performance, your concentration, your confidence, you can charge your batteries up with one breath. You close your eyes, you take a deep breath, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with, you take that breath, and as you breathe out, you say the words and think the words easy control. Easy control, because it's so easy to control yourself. And when you use your key trigger word of easy control, your subconscious mind will open this program, this magical garden, that positive breathing exercise. And in 106 thousandths of a second, you'll feel as good as you do now. And the more times you use your easy control key trigger word, it will work for you more quickly, more easily, and more deeply. You're becoming a positive person. You are a positive person, but you'll be more positive, powerful, and confident with higher levels of performance and energy with your easy control key trigger word. And all these suggestions have been communicated to every level of your body and mind. And they've been accepted by every level of your body and mind in this hypnotic state. So now, as an automatic reflex action, you'll act upon it and it will work for you. So something that you thought would be so difficult becomes ridiculously easy to get easy control in stressful situations. When you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, when you're anxious, worried, or fearful, you simply take that breath, hold the breath, and when you breathe out, you say easy control, and a wave of relaxation and positive energy will pulse and surge throughout your whole body and mind. And you'll feel on top of the world like you do now, in control, positive, boosted, energized, healthy, healed. Perfect state. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. At the count of 3, you'll have your eyes wide open, you'll be wide awake, and you'll feel on top of the world, full of energy. And when you're lacking in energy, focus, concentration, personal power, or energy, you'll use your easy control key trigger word, and it will come back to you instantly, just like you feel now. So 1, just take a deep breath, breathe out, breathing returning to normal. 2, normal sensations returning to your hands and feet. And 3, in your own time, Jackie, eyes wide open, wide awake, eyes wide open, wide awake, wide awake. Just take a deep breath and stretch. Notice how good you feel. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people watching that, give you a moment to, I've always got a cup of tea. I'm never far away from a cup of tea. Your dog, extremely well behaved. Well done. What's your dog called?
Leo. He left the room after he realised he was going to be ignored.
You've got Leo and I've got Neo.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, I've also got Neo's sister called Mio. So we've got Neo, Mio, and Leo. That's good. I like it. What was that like for you, Jackie? Be honest.
Towards the end, I could feel a lot of energy and tingling in my body.
Cool. Cool. What level of perception did you have? Were you able to see the stairs, or did you feel yourself going down the stairs?
I could see them. Again, it was a case of when you said about stairs, the first thing I did I had the perception of the garden, and even before you said Bodmin, it was very much looking like Bodmin Gardens, and it was big stone steps, yeah, big stone steps, and I could see again, I could see my feet and the actual steps, and before I got to the gate, before you said to touch the gate, I'd already had my hand on the gate and was starting to open it and things like that. But yeah, the feeling of the mist and breathing the mist in and out, and then saying the words as I was breathing as well, it did really give my whole body, it charged it.
Powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's, I'm going to use the word imagination, but when you use that word, people think it's not real, but it is absolutely real. It's a perceptual shift. That once you tell yourself that this is what you're experiencing, that's actually what you're on the receiving end of. That, I mean, we sold all the time fragrances that are sexy, but it's just a smell. But because we associate it with being sexy, you know, like, oh, I'm wearing my favorite t-shirt, or I'm wearing, you know, a golfer will wear his favorite gloves. And we make these associations, and that becomes our reality. What you've got a positive association with now is a key trigger word of easy control. I would really encourage you to work with that new mental muscle. That what you actually do on a daily basis for 21 days, consciously, like learning to drive a car, it becomes conscious until it becomes automatic. What you do in any situations where you're feeling maybe at the end of the day a bit lacking in energy, or in the morning when you can't get moving, or when something goes wrong, the traffic lights are a bit longer than you expected, or you get, you know, the phone goes when it's not convenient, or the person isn't very pleasant, or you get stuck on hold. All these situations that crop up, instead of reacting, you go into the option of, I've got an app for this and it's easy control. You literally close your eyes, you go, easy control, easy control, easy control. Now I'm saying it out loud. You could say it out loud if you're on your own, but you say it in your mind and you associate easy control. And what will actually happen is that you've got a file in your mind now. You've got a meme, a memory stored with all the senses: touch, taste, sight, sound and smell. That garden, you saw it, you felt it, you tasted it, you touched it, you smelt it. So it's fully in, and you can access that garden feeling, the magic of the positive in, negative out, in the moment, by practicing the easy control key trigger word. That's the anchor to get the feeling back, and the more you fire the anchor, the feeling will come back quicker, more deeply, more easily. And it's such a useful, you know, sort of like coping strategy. Because a lot of people would have to, you know, when they're pissed off, to be quite frank with you, they'd have a drink, or they'd storm off, or they'd react, to spit the dummy out, or whatever they do. Some people go very quiet. So I'm sure you don't do any of those, but what you can do now, you can go to the next level of your control and put in this app, this easy control, and you'll probably get another hour out your day, because you've just topped your batteries up. It's like having a little power bank with you, where your battery on your mobile phone goes wrong, and if you plug it in, you get another half an hour. But what I've found with practice is that once you've done it for 21 days, it becomes an automatic install, that your mind learns it, it likes it. And we're always trying to go in life from pain to pleasure, not the other way around. And because it works for you, your subconscious mind will go, that's a good idea. I don't need Jackie, my operator, to tell me. That becomes on speed dial, being in easy control and feeling that energized, positive in, negative out, with that one breath, not that long relaxed story. You've got it. You've got it. I'm going to send you that as a gift, to your email address and to the messenger. I've got that and another thing that I'm going to share with you for being a willing volunteer. I really appreciate it, and I'd like you to work with it for 21 days until it does become permanent. And I'll ask you maybe in a couple of weeks how you're getting on with that, Jackie, if you're willing to play the game. You've been really,
yeah, that'd be great.
You've been really good. And I would imagine now there'll be two things going on. You'll have loads of energy because you energize yourself, but you'll be completely relaxed. And that's a bit of a mixed message, because most people, when they're wired, they're either hyper, or when they're chilled out, they can't get going. You've actually got the best of both worlds now. You'll be high performance with energy, but you won't be stressed.
That's exactly what a businesswoman needs, isn't it?
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Listen, I'm going to say good night. Thanks very much. It's now 10 o'clock here, and it's been wonderful. You know where I am, Jackie. As I say, I'm going to post this into the group with your permission, and I will send you a couple of recordings that will continue, and I'll talk to you again in the next couple of days after this session, just to check in with you. Any problems? I always say this to my clients. And I know you're not a client, but you're now a new friend, and I appreciate you massively. And you're going to love the group. There's going to be lots of stuff that you're going to love like this, and lots more beside. We're going to be groundbreaking with some of the stuff I'm sharing. It's the hints and tips and nuggets from my trade that a lot of people don't give away, and I want to give everything away because it's challenging life at the moment, and we need to be empowered and inspired, and that's what I want to do. And you're helping by taking part in this, so I appreciate it massively. But I tell my clients that I'm available, so anything that crops up ever, you contact me, and I'm always here.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, Jackie. Take care.
And you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night. Good night.